It is September 11th, a day of remembrance, and we do remember the acts of service and heroism rendered by so many on that faithful day and the days and weeks that followed. We give thanks for our first responders, for our police department and sheriff's departments, for the EMTs and the firefighters and the 911 staff and the many hospitals and the civilians that pitched in and were supportive in so many ways, for the members of our National Guard, and while I'm at it, for every branch of our military. We're praying and we're holding in prayer those families who lost a loved one or loved ones on that day, and days that followed, or months, or even years that followed. We're praying for their continued healing from such a horrific season in their lives. We're hearing the names called today, and the bells are tolling, and while we're doing so, I'm hoping that we are focusing on unity and the principles that we can rally behind and work towards that will bring about effective change within our nation. Justice, equality, peace. Let us continue to work and strive towards those. And we've got a long way to go. That was evident last evening. I don't know if you saw it, but I was watching the opening of the National Football League season. And there was a beautiful act of unity committed by both of the teams on the field right before the kickoff. And as they were linking their arms together on the Jumbotron were principles of unity and justice that were being shown on the screen. And the crowd began to boo. And I was just disheartened that they were booing those principles and booing during this act. And the energy of the crowd changed right before the kickoff. For you see, Kansas City is still unfortunately named the Chiefs. And the Kansas City Chiefs have this thing where they do a war cry that's so stereotypical. It's supposed to represent Native American people's war cry. And the crowd's boos went into this enthusiastic cheer and participation into something so stereotypical and divisive and demeaning as that. It's evidence again that we've got some work to do. We've got some real work to do. But let's commit to that work, to doing all we can in our time to work towards justice and equality. It's time to listen. It's time to learn. It's no longer time for excuses like I don't know or I'm sorry. But it's time to be about the change, commit to the change, and work towards it. To allow ourselves to be changed and to be a change agent. There was a whole lot of hate that went into planning for the terroristic acts that happened on 9/11 19 years ago. Let us not go backwards, not back to that kind of destructive hate, but let's move forward towards love and unity and peace. We can do it. Let's work together. God bless.